Hi friends, welcome to Knowledge Share. Today we are going to see a preview on Microsoft Loop. So a few days back, Microsoft Loop was enabled in my tenant. So I thought I can just show you a preview of Microsoft Loop, how it works and what are all the advantages of using Microsoft Loop. So as you all aware, Microsoft Loop has been introduced in Ignite 21, so which is a new app, so which is very powerful and flexible canvas with portable components which can be moved across the entire Office 365 suite of service, which means that it's also called a live component where it will enable the users to collaborate and see the real-time updates, and you can also plug in and plug out the components from Teams, copy to the Outlook, Teams and other services, even in SharePoint and other services, which is not yet released. So maybe in future updates it can be achieved. So here in this video we will see what are all the features that are released as of now and how it can be used and how it will be reflected when multiple users connect into the live components. Let us see a demo. As you can see here, I have opened three different windows. This is Microsoft Teams desktop app, and this is Microsoft Teams using browser, and this is the Fluid file. So let me come to that file in a later part. So first thing to notice, Loop components will work only in the desktop app as of now. So in order to use the Loop components, you can go to the chat, and when you click on the message, you can see different icons with different services are enabled, and here you can see a new icon which is the Microsoft Loop, which is the live component. So when you click on this, you can see a different type of components which you can leverage on. So as of now, they have released a bulletin list, checklist, numbered list, paragraph, table and task list. In future, it can be there can be more number of components, or there can be enhancement to these components, which we will wait and see. So if you see here, I have just created a list, which is the bulletin list component, and also I have just created checklist. So here I have just sent a component to Adelaide Vance, and when Adelaide Vance logged in to the desktop app, she can see the same component. But when she logged in to the Teams desktop, she can just see a live component link. So if you see here, I have just shared a testing component and the sample checklist. So she can just see the live component URL. So when she click on this live component, so automatically it will redirect to a Fluid file, and then it will open the Fluid file in the browser. The moment it opens the Fluid file, you can see whoever has involved in this co-authoring or contributor session of this live component. So all the users will be displayed here. And there are a couple of other options. You can see whoever got access to it, because this Alex Wilb, I have just copied the link and then pasted there. And you can also provide access to specific users. You can see whoever has access to it, and you can just copy the link and then send it to the users who want to see what you're doing. So when you click on this, automatically you can see whoever is editing, who is editing which item and where is the position they are editing. So this is very flexible and it's very fast. Unlike there are many real-time components or live components, and even you can also see Signaler and other real-time application where it will take a fraction of seconds. But here, when you click on this item here, you can see the immediate response and the immediate reaction The moment I click on it, you can see on the left hand screen and on the other screen, so it will get reflected. So for example, if I just type in, and you can see it is immediately reflecting without any delays, even within a fraction of seconds. Maybe I can call it as milliseconds. It is reflecting, or it is appending the changes within milliseconds, which is really an awesome feature. And here, if I want to edit using Alex Wilber, and you can see, so this is the one of the advantages where multiple users, it's like a co-authoring session. In order for you to remember, it's like a co-authoring session. So you can see multiple users can be engaged when they are creating a document, or when they are just researching on the checklist, or any other projects. If they want to start and discussing on the checklist, they can instead of sharing the document, they can directly use this live components, and they can start a Teams call, and then they can just edit or add or update the items lively. Lively is a key feature of this component. So here I have used a checklist and a sample checklist and a bulletin list, where else you can also use paragraph. So paragraph is like real-time editing of editing a document. So let me give a title, and so still the component is in our draft. I didn't click on the send button. So once I send it, so automatically Adelaide Vance will get a message, and when she click on it, since it is in the browser, it is opening the fluid file, and the moment she opened, you can see the user added here. So the same, when I copy this link and then paste it in Alex Wilber, so the moment it is opened, you can see Alex Wilber user credentials will be applied here. See, so now you can edit it. So this is like a real-time update of the document, and even you can even use the table. You can just select how many rows, how many columns you would require. So I'll just select 3 by 3, and I'll just give a title to the table as sample title. I'll just mention the column name as title, column 1 and column 2. So I'll just send this message. So the message is sent, and now everyone can participate in the real-time updates. So I'll just copy the same link. So now this is edited by Sudarshan. I can click on this, I can click on here, and now this is edited by Alex, and this is edited by Adelaide Vance. So this is how you can use the Microsoft Loop component, and soon there will be an app which will be released where you can do more stuff, more co-authoring, more collaboration, and there will be more components involved. So everything will be real-time live components. And the last thing I want to mention is that so whenever you create a live component in Teams, so it will be stored as a Fluid file inside your OneDrive. So for example, if you see here, when I copy the link, when I copy the live component link, let me put it in a notepad, and you can see it is storing it is just accessing from my personal files, and there will be each file will be stored based on each component. And let me access that file and then I'll show you. So when you go to your personal OneDrive, My Files, you can see Microsoft Teams chat files, and when you click on that folder, you can see the Fluid file. So this is what the Fluid file, which is whichever I have created. You can see the first is testing, second is sample checklist, sample document, sample title. And when you see the content here, testing, sample title, sample document, and sample Fluid, you can even directly open this file and then you can do the update, or you can just do it via MS Teams. So when the new features are released, I will update this demo, or I will create a new demo, and then I will explain you what are all the new features. And when the new app is released, I will demo you a new app. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Happy New Year to all. Have a good day. Thank you.